Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day. Just my setup is a little bit weird right now, but I'm still trying to figure out the camera, the lighting and all of that, so just bear with me for the time being. Also, I don't know if this red lipstick suits me that much, but I kind of wanted to wear it, so yeah. Happy New Year everybody. I hope you had a good New Year's, and I hope 2018 was okay for you all. And I hope 2019 will be even better. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing my 2019 hopes, resolutions, and there was another word I was going to use. Resolutions and upping my standards. Now, I didn't have a better word for saying that, so just bear with me, okay? Yeah. Okay, so I'm just using my notes on my phone to help me because I ramble and all of that, and I just want to be as precise as possible, if that makes sense. So we're just going to do a quick backstory on 2018. So for me, 2018 was quite a good year. It wasn't bad, it wasn't too bad, or it wasn't great either, if that makes sense. Sorry, just checking if my lights are on. It wasn't too bad, but it wasn't too great, if that makes sense. I was kind of in the middle. For me, 2016 and 2017 were probably two of the worst years of my life to date. Before that it was probably like 2012 or something, but yeah. So for 2018, my mental health was quite good overall. There was some really bad patches of anxiety and stuff like that, but comparing it to 2017, my anxiety was really prominent all the way through 2017. But for 2018, it was kind of in patches, and the good times were really good and the bad times were not as bad. The only thing I struggled with anxiety-wise was overthinking and feeling like I'm not good enough all the time, and I got really stressed over school, and I also did have panic attacks as well, so those were kind of the things that I struggled with. There's still things I struggle with, so that's what one of the things I'm hoping to do for 2019 is to focus on them and to make them better. I had some situations where I felt really low. And I had my heart broken by strangers and people I know and family. So basically what I mean by that is I just had my heart broken by, I don't know why I wrote down strangers. I suppose that was probably my fear of the unknown and fear of people judging me. So that was probably just my own struggles. Heartbroken by people I know, that was just, I don't really want to go into too much detail, but just people I know, you know, from situations, relationships and all of that. And family, just, you know, arguments and all of that stuff, and I'm not going to go into too much detail about that either, but just, you know, certain situations happen and people are blaming and stuff like that, just all of that. In 2018 I took a lot of shit from people, but I'm not taking any for 2019, so I'm hoping to take less shit from people in 2019. Because in 2018 I put up with a lot that I really wish I didn't, that kind of hurt me for 2018. It really hurt me, like, you know, when you're putting up with a toxic friend or a toxic person in your life or a toxic family member or something like that, and it makes you feel less about yourself, you don't feel good enough, you feel worthless and all of that. So that's something I'm going to work on less for 2019, is to just, any person that makes me feel like that, thank you, next. Towards the end of 2018 I realised a lot about the people I called friends, and that people would be willing to do anything to hurt you. So yeah, towards the end of 2018, literally the end of 2018, I realised a lot in a couple of days. I realised that people would be willing to do anything to hurt you and to make them look better. I realised that friends can hurt you, and I realised that if a relationship ends, it's meant to end. Obviously that there are contradictions to that, but if a relationship with somebody or people keep ending, you know, you probably shouldn't go back to it. That's just what I learned, and the end of 2018 really sucked for me. I found it really difficult and I found it really hard. Yeah, it didn't help that I had other stuff going on, like occasions and all of that, so it was all literally at once that I found all of this out, and it was just really overwhelming. I was really anxious about it. So I'm hoping that for 2019 I don't take as much shit from people. Yeah, so basically for my goals for 2019, I also don't want to make this video negative in any way. I just want to be honest and truthful, if that makes sense, and just say what's on my mind, you know, have a little discussion. Yeah, so I know that 2019 will be really tough. I've already got the feeling that 2019 is going to be really tough, and every time I say that to somebody, they're like, Fiona, stop being so negative. But you know when you just know? And the reason I know is because firstly I have my leaving cert, secondly I am going into college, and I just know from a relationship and friendship point of view that it's going to be a tough year. Yeah. The leaving cert in college, and that is a lot of pressure. Also, I just want to do the best that I can. I've talked about this loads of times, but I'm not the most intelligent person there is in the world. Obviously, I find school really difficult, and yeah, so my course that I want to do in college is 300 points, and I really hope I can get that. And I know anyone listening to this is probably like, oh, 300 points doesn't sound like a lot, but for me it is a lot, and I just really hope I can get it. Yeah, so my course is 300 points, so I hope to get that and just work hard. And I know that I've been finding studying really hard, just to sit down and, like, even after this I have a study plan that I need to stick to, and I have about 5 subjects I need to do after this, and so I'm a little bit stressed, I'm not going to lie. And then also sometimes I sit down and study and I get lazy. You know, I'm just like, oh, I really don't want to be doing this, and then I stop, and you know, you need to keep going, and I know I need to keep going. I just find it really hard. So for 2019 my goal is to study and work as hard as I can, but at the same time not to get too stressed about the leaving cert, because like my mocks are like 3 weeks away and I am shitting myself. But at the same time I'm like, Fiona, you've done your leaving cert, you've done your junior cert mocks. They were fine, yeah, they were stressful and I was really stressed about them, but at the same time what can you do about it? Nothing. Mocks are mocks, they're there to teach you about time management and all of that. Your results doesn't matter. If you do bad, do better. Or try to do better. It's not making it sound like it's that easy, you know. But yeah, so my goal is to do the best I can and just to be happy in knowing that I've done the best I can. I don't want to come out of the leaving cert and be like, oh, I could have done way better, you know. So that's my goal study wise. If I go in, just hope that I can do the best that I can. And I'll be making more videos on school this year, trust me, definitely. Anyway, so this year, like I said at the beginning, I'm going to try and take no shit from people. As in, when I say this, I don't mean to sound like tough and all of that, but I just mean in the sense that in 2018 I took way too much shit from people. People who I called friends, I took shit from family members, just, you know, people, and I don't want to be shading anyone or anything like that, but I did. I feel like I look really pale. I don't look this pale in real life, I hope. Jeez, I look so pale. Maybe it's the red lipstick as well. Anyway, I did my makeup at like 7 this morning, so it's probably a little bit faded and all that. Anyway, what did I say before that? Oh yeah, before 2019, I took a lot of shit from people, and it made me feel really negative. When you surround yourself by negative people, negativity will, what's the word? Corrupt you, kind of thing. Because like I saw this post on Facebook about rotten oranges, and there was one rotten orange beside one healthy good orange, and the moles from, so let's say the rotten orange's moles started going on to the clean orange, the new one, and then there was a quote like, you wouldn't leave a rotten orange beside a clean orange, because, you know what I just said, I'm so bad at English wording things. It would go on to the clean orange. So it's the same, like, why would you keep toxic people in your life when they're just inflicting when they're just making you feel toxic and all of that, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I think that's something I'm going to try and stick by for 2019. And it's not necessarily that I need to be a bitch about anything. It's not like, oh, you know, you hurt me, fuck you, like that. It's just simply leaving a situation where I know that I was as right as possible, and just being like, I don't want anything to do with you, and being nice and civil and, you know, like a nice person-ish. Well, I think I'm a nice person, but I don't know, just to leave it civilly, and I don't want to cause tension between anyone. So yeah, just, I'm not going to take anything less than what I deserve. Yeah, because I find that I'm the type of person who will always go back to people. I'm like, I'll always go back to them, and I just get hurt over and over and over again. And yeah, I'm not doing that this year. And this year I'm going to put a lot of effort into self-love. Self-love is so important. It's super important, because the more, so before, let's say I watch Busy Bee Caris, and if you're not watching Busy Bee Caris, I highly recommend watching her on YouTube. She's probably my favourite YouTuber of all time now. She is incredible. She's 22 years old, I think. She's so honest. She's so honest about mental health. She's so honest about self-love and her body and all of that, and it's just about how she feels about her body is in. You know, it's just, it's so nice to hear. So that's what I'm going to be aiming for more towards 2019, to try and have more self-love for me on the outside and on the inside. I'm very fussy about myself. I always put myself down and make myself feel like crap. I probably am one of the most mean person to me is me, if that makes sense. And I'm trying to just not do that, because I always make myself feel bad about certain situations if I didn't do well enough. Or in school, I'm like, oh, you're not doing well enough, you need to do better. Or even things I can't control, like my hair, or I don't know, like body hair, and just making myself feel ashamed about stuff like that. Yeah, so trying to have more self-love on the inside and on the outside. So for self-love on the outside is just to, accept my body and not to kind of feel bad about it. And that's really difficult. Like, I don't think anyone's ever going to be 100% confident with their body, but at least you can try and get more confident with it and just work towards feeling more confident about it. So that's what I'm hoping to do. Also on the inside, just being nicer to myself and just being more relaxed about certain situations and not thinking the worst about everything, if that makes sense. Want to maintain my level of fitness and try to eat a balanced diet. So this is massive for me. Fitness is something I love. I'm not very good at keeping it. I mean, last year was probably really good for me. I worked out pretty much all of the time. So that was really good. But then at the summer, I kind of put on a little bit of weight, and then Christmas, you know, you put on a little bit of weight as well, and that happened as well. So this year I'm going to try and do the best that I can, but I'm also going to try and eat better, because I really suck at eating food. Well, no, that's a lie. I suck at eating I don't suck at eating bad food, as in like potatoes and crisps and ice cream and all of that. I could eat those for days, but when it comes to like healthy food, I'm really, really bad. So I'm going to try and do better in that. And also fitness wise, I'm going to try and work out at least 3 times a week, even if it's just a 10-minute workout or on the treadmill or go for a walk, just something small, so I can be happy and make my body feel good on the inside and look good on the outside, if that makes sense. Also for me, a massive thing for fitness is mental health. I struggle with anxiety and stuff, and I'm actually going to be making a video about my anxiety story soon. I have an Instagram account, which I'll leave the handle for here. I don't know why I wiggled my fingers, sorry about that. It is called @FionaMcNamara XX, and it's basically a blog Instagram account that I've created. That was a massive step for me, because I said to my friends, I want to create I want to start filming videos on my Instagram, and that was my personal Instagram account. And my friend said to me, why don't you make a new account for that? And I was like, that's actually a really good idea, because that way people who want to follow you will follow you for that, but people who don't have to see it on my personal account, if that makes sense. So I thought that was a really good idea. So I started from scratch, which is really scary. it's really, really scary because I have 2,000-ish followers on my personal account, and I started with 0 on my other account, and then I kind of thought people weren't going to follow me because they didn't support me or didn't want to support me, and you know, all these things that come into your head. So yeah, I did that, and I've had it since last Sunday. I think it was last Sunday or Saturday. I absolutely love it so much. I love doing it, I love talking on there, and I just love the atmosphere on there. Everyone's so nice thus far, and I'm really happy about it. So if you want to follow me on there, I'll leave it again here, and you can do that if you'd like. Anyway, the point I was going to that is I posted a mental health what's the word? I posted a mental health post. Wow, Fiona. I posted a mental health post on there, basically talking about my mental health and school and all of that, and how I haven't been feeling that great this week. So I'm just gonna, that is the Instagram account there, if you can see it. So it's just Fiona McNamara there. Ooh, look, the fairy lights look so pretty. So it's just Fiona McNamara there, and basically the photo that I posted yesterday's got 77 likes, and that's just the photo there. Just my sister took that of me when we were going out for a walk. And basically all I said was, so I've had a really tough week anxiety and stress wise. I felt really low and angry at myself. I've had so many panic attacks and crying fits. It's been scary. I didn't want to start 2019 in such a negative way. However, the truth is, feelings like this don't individually pick when they decide to be felt. They don't pick a certain person, a certain time in someone's life, or situations in life. You could see someone who you think is always happy and think they are so happy, but they may not be. You never know what's going on behind someone's smile. It's so important to be as nice as you can and to be loving. We aren't perfect, but it's all about trying to better yourself. If I'm being honest, I've been worrying a lot about the future, the leaving cert and other issues. It's been dragging me down. I've had to go to school and pretend like everything's okay when it's not. To study when your mind is full of negative thoughts. Today my sister dragged me out for a walk. I brought my camera because photography is something I love, and almost straight away my breathing began to relax and I felt so calm. I began taking photos and I felt free of the negativity. Kira and I talked about everything and it was really nice. Usually I come home and start my homework at 4:30 and go on until 9 or 9:30. It's hard, and it can feel like you've no time for yourself or family. It's 6:22 p.m. now and I still haven't started my homework. But so far this evening I've went on a walk, talked to my family, talked to my neighbours, and have taken some photos, and I feel so much better. Give yourself a break. It's important to free your mind of study and work and negative things. All that we are is a result of what we have thought. So so that's what I posted, and that post, people were so nice about it, and that's kind of how I've been feeling. The end of 2018, like I said, I had situations that happened that made me feel like shit, and then I had some situations in 2019 at the beginning that had made me feel like shit. So I'm worried about this year, but I want my mental health, self-love, and not eliminating toxic people and things out of my life to be priorities for 2019. And then as well as that is just to exercise and eat the best that I can and just be as happy as I can and not to put enough stress on me. So that's all I want. They're simple things, but I don't know how well they will go. I don't really like the term resolutions, even though I'll probably use that because I don't know how else to say it. But every time I've used resolution, I haven't really stuck to it. These aren't resolutions for me. These are like goals and must do things I am going to do. I think also for 2019 I want to change my mindset. Like the quote there at the end of my Instagram post is all that we are is a result of what we have thought. And basically that's true. Like your thoughts, if you're in a negative place in your head and your thoughts are negative, chances are your life is going to be negative, because if you think something like, you know, when you're going into a test, oh, I'm going to do terrible. Maybe you'll do well, but with an attitude like that, it's going to affect the way that you actually write the test and do the test. So you're going to feel negative. And it's so true. Like when you, on a day that you're feeling really happy, on a day that you're feeling like positive, you feel so much better about yourself. And I think that's so important, is to try and be as positive and happy in your head as possible. Oops, sorry about that. I'm honestly so awkward because my team always actually passing again. See, my window, my room faces the main road, so all cars that pass can see me film, and it makes me really uncomfortable, but it's fine. Anyway, sorry about that. Basically what I was saying was that I complain too much about things, so I'm trying to stop that. Just because I don't want to be negative. I don't want to be negative. Also, I'm trying to just be the best person that I can be as nice as possible, and all of that. There was something else I wanted to talk about as well. I can't remember what it was. It was something to feel confident naturally. I want to feel confident without makeup and without looking good, if that makes sense, because we don't all look our best at all times, and that's something that I'm trying to do. Just so I can leave the house and feel confident without makeup on. You know, there's sometimes, you know, we're told that we're going shopping, like, come on, get in the car, we're going shopping. I have no makeup on, I have tracksuits on, my hair is probably a little bit greasy, and I just feel like shit, but I'm just trying to, that's what I'm trying to do for 2019. Yeah. So that's just basically everything that's going on in my mind. It's just a little chit chat type video. I'm not sure about how my videos will be this year. Will they be, what's the word I'm looking for? Will they be consistent? I'm not sure. I have my mocks in less than 3 weeks, or less than 4 weeks, sorry. And I'm kind of getting a little bit nervous about those, but I'm going to film, basically I'm just going to film as much as I can. But I'm not also going to put any pressure on myself to film, because now that I've got my camera and my tripod and everything, I'm so much happier to sit down and film a video, because it's so much easier without having to worry about how much storage I had on my phone, and the editing on my phone was really bad, and the quality was really bad. So I'm going to try to do my best, and if there's anything you want to see from me in 2019, or if not, well no, I'll be here towards the end of 2019, let me know. Just comment below, Fiona, I'd like to see you film this, please film this, or whatever. I would love to know, and I'm willing to do anything. I know there's a couple of girls who wanted me to do a truth or dare type of video, and I am going to do that, but I'm going to wait until I have more time with that. So don't worry, I haven't ignored your suggestion, and I'm also going to do a Q&A. Some people have asked me to do that as well, so I will be doing both of those two things. I'm not sure when, but don't worry, I have not ignored your suggestion. I have it written down on my phone. I'm ready to go with lots of other video ideas as well. Also, I want to say thank you so much for, there's 387 of us, I think. 387 of us. Thank you so much for subscribing. It means the world to me. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I'm very excited to get to 400 subscribers. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble. This video should be up on Sunday, I'm hoping. I have a full, say it's 3 o'clock now, so look at the Instagram notification I just got. Can you see that? Wow, okay. No thanks, hon. Just scroll out of that one. Also, I'm rambly, I know, sorry. I haven't been on here in a month, so that's fine. Oh, also, two also, sorry. One, if you'd like to follow me on my Instagram, Fiona McNamara XX, please do, and I'll leave it linked down below as well. Also, the other was I've picked the 2 giveaway winners, and those are going out soon. Again, I've been a bit busy with school and stuff, but they're going out this weekend. So yeah, thank you. Oh, I hope 2019 goes well for you, and if you're doing Leaving Cert, I hope it goes well. If you're doing Junior Cert, I hope it goes well, and all of that. And I hope, just stay positive, you're loved, and mind your mental health, mind your physical health, and be the best version of yourself that you can be. Thank you, and I'll see you very soon, hopefully, and yeah, bye.